Hello everyone. Now you guys know that I hate doing research before making an episode. But the good news is there's not that much to learn about the New Year's ball, it's just a ball that drops. But the downside of that is that it's probably not going to be the most exciting episode ever. So I apologize for that, but there are a few aspects I'd like to talk about. You know, the whole question I've always been wondering that got me to make this episode to begin with is where the hell do they keep the New Year's ball when it's not New Year's Eve? I've asked that question to several people and I've never gotten an answer. Well, probably more like just a few people, but you know what I mean. Well, to put it this way, the ball weighs as much as an elephant. I know it looks tiny when you see it from far away, but that's only because of perspective. If you were close to it, you'd see that it's a pretty big ball. And like, when they bring elephants to the zoo, they don't just tranquilize them and carry them, they have to lead them onto a train because they weigh that much. So it's probably more convenient to just leave the New Year ball there, right? All year round. Well, that just leads us to another question here. If you think about the fair and how everybody works together to make it come to life, the same people are responsible for their own section of the fair to take down and move it to elsewhere. And you think, like, this takes a long time to build, even with this many people. But you'd think that with a New Year's Eve ball, it would take way less time. Surely they are able to move it back and forth, right? If they're able to move all those rides and stuff in the fair. But I still don't know the real answer to if they even leave the ball there or not, and if they don't, where do they keep it? New York City is like a maze. I'm sure there's plenty of places where they could store it, but who knows. Now, has anybody ever been squashed by the ball? I know that's a stupid question, but I'm sure somebody has wondered that before. I haven't, but probably not, because they only let professional workers up there. This might seem a little off topic, but I once had a classmate that would always ask, has anybody ever drowned from being baptized? But my dad said that would be like drowning in the school water fountain. It just doesn't happen. Because, you know, they're under the water for less than a second. Less than a second. You can't drown in that amount of time. So it's basically the same with the ball. It's on a pole, and how do you get crushed unless you're actually trying to get crushed here? And besides, they don't let people up there usually. It's because, believe it or not, the security at the Times Square whenever the ball's about to drop, it's so tight that apparently it's more serious than the 9/11 attacks when security got big when that happened, you know? In the wake of the 9/11 attacks, yeah, apparently this is a bigger deal than that. You know, the one where 3,000 people died. Apparently those 3,000 people that are now gone forever are less important than this ball that could very easily be replaced if it got damaged. I know I'm thinking too deep into this, but that's kind of the idea I'm getting here. Surely there's more guards and stuff at airports than there are surrounding the ball, but I can't say for sure. I mean, it'd probably be pretty stupid expensive to replace those panels that are on the ball whenever it got, like, destroyed or something, because I'm sure it's not cheap, but they've done it before. They've moved the ball and replaced it with a new one a few times, so I don't know. Alright, now on the ball drop of 2013 to 2014, I was at my grandma's with my cousins, right? We were changing channels from one NYE broadcast to another, because apparently just one isn't enough. But on one of the broadcasts, some woman was like saying, if she wants to watch sex, why doesn't she just watch porn? This really happened. We were just on a broadcast and she really said that. Why the hell? Like, really? I know that a lot of little kids aren't going to be up till midnight, even if it is New Year's Eve, but think of the childs. Think of the childs. I don't remember which station this was on. It might have been ABC, I don't know. No, I mean, I know some people like to kiss on New Year's Eve, or more like New Year's at that point, but no sex. Unless, of course, it's at your own house. But anyways. Now, a lot of folks like to give themselves goals for every year, which is fine. But how many goals will you accomplish in a year? Like, if you're just planning on having only one goal for that whole year, you might want to do them more often than annually. The woman from the broadcast should have made her 2014 goal to stop watching sex. We're talking about it on the air in front of the kids. That was just not called for. I mean, come on. I don't know, what is it even rated? What is it even rated? I don't know. It's a live broadcast, so I don't know if it has a TV rating, but who cares? Well, folks, that was this episode, and that was this year. I will see you guys in the next episode. I have a few goals for my channel in 2022. I'd like to complete Kale-Idle-Scope, and I'd like to reach 75 subs, which is just 2 more, so I can make a remake to what used to be my favorite episode of all time, or at least one of them. Those are my 2 goals. But we'll see when we get there. So I'll see you guys next year. Happy New Year.